Greetings. Well, it's a nice, bright, sunny morning here in Hawaii. It was misting rain just a little while ago, but it sort of passed through. Yesterday evening, I had business in Hilo, and so I said to Ellen, let's go to town. It's Friday night, and go out to eat. And so she agreed, and I had suggested one place called Temple Bar that I had never been to yet. But Ellen had said, well, it's Friday night. You know, they got the Friday Hilo Night Market. And I went, oh, really? Didn't we try to find that once before? I recall when this thing first got started and it wasn't as well organized, I went looking for it on a Friday night and I couldn't find it. Today it is located at 69 Wainui. Okay, that's an old downtown Hilo on the very north edge over there towards the river. That's it's 69 Wainui. It's kind of down in a hole there. It's hard to spot it. The band was the most obvious because they had the band that was playing and they were up above. Yeah. So it was my first successful trip. This thing's been going on for quite a while, so it's nothing new. It was just that I hadn't really made it there. You know, Hilo isn't a big place for nightlife. Just physically, geographically, it's wrong. Yeah, in that we don't get sunsets on this side of the island. Okay, the mountains are too big. They're, both of them nearly 13,000 feet high. The sun doesn't penetrate over the top of them when it sets in the evening. All we ever see over here is the sun rise. Plus, in the traditional trade wind weather that eastern Hawaii would get, we'd usually rain in the night. And sometime right around dawn, the rain would often stop. Everybody go out, start doing everything, and that would go on until somewhere in mid-afternoon when showers might start to build up again. But there'd usually be this window every day that was, right in there from breakfast time to after lunch sometime when there wasn't any rain falling on your head. And so things tended to focus on that period of time. There's no sunset, so you're not going to sit around waiting for a green flash. This is an early town. This side of the island is early. The west side is late. If you want to party all night, go to Kona. That's where the sun sets. Get yourself a green flash cocktail and wait and see if you can spot a green flash when the sun goes down. I have. Yes. I believe it's an optical illusion because of the bright light on the retina. You see green flash as the sun disappears. Well, so my first successful trip over to the Hilo Friday Night Market, I was impressed. The band was pretty good. It was different than usual. They were playing sort of a jazz rock fusion style of music. It wasn't Hawaiian, which is, usually around here, most of the music here is going to be Hawaiian or Hawaiian reggae or Hawaiian country or something. This was not. And of course, it was free music. I love it. We get a lot of that here. The Haulalea in Hilo is a big deal with lots of free music. And otherwise, then, it's vendors, and vendors. There were a few actual taco trucks. There were a lot more people set up with just portable cooking facilities. There must have been 15 to 20 different vendors making food over there. You had your choice. And then there were the craft vendors, and apparently there were some art vendors and stuff upstairs in the building. I was tired, and I didn't make it through everything. I noticed a few rather unique items, though. There was one person who was doing jewelry that were these wireframe type jewelry things that were earrings and necklaces and that. And they had living air plants, living tillandsias inside. I don't know how you won't be able to put them into your jewelry box. You're going to have to hang them out on the porch when you're not wearing them. Because they need, a little water and sunshine. But I thought that was pretty clever. Living earrings. I had never seen that one before. Well, and so as usual around here, whenever you have food vendors, you're going to have a pretty good contingent of the local Hawaiian grub, poke and garlic shrimp and, chicken katsu and things like that, stuff that we tend to eat a lot of over here. Oh, and then there was also a pretty good number of Thai food vendors. They're fairly common here in Hilo. There's a lot of Thai food here. And some of it looked pretty good. There were some pretty good lines at some of it. Let's see. What else did I spot? There was one guy there even making steaks and burgers. That was different. You don't usually find steaks at a night market. Somebody else had Kona lobster. Mm-hmm. And then there were lots of taco vendors. Yeah, tacos seem to be a big deal. I mean, it's a good package for a market. Walk around, you can hold on to it. Birria seemed to be the big deal. It's pronounced the way we usually do in English. It's birria or birria. Anyway, it's basically a stewed meat with chili sauce and stuff on a taco, but I had to blink because when I see birria, I go, oh man, because I've eaten it in Mexico, and well, it's a goat. Every once in a while, when they run out of goats, it's a sheep. Okay, but it's usually either a sheep or a goat. When you go north and you get into the mainland U.S., most of the time it's not a goat anymore. Usually it's beef. Beef would be very, very typical. Offhand, I've never seen it any other way besides a goat, mutton, or beef. Well, I'm walking around looking at these guys cooking this stuff, and well, first guy I see, it actually says pork, birria, and I went, pork? Hell, make that out of pigs? What? Huh? Well, I'm in Hawaii. Leave it to pigs in Hawaii. Well, then they come around the corner. There's another guy making them. And I took a look at what he was cooking on the grill, and I said, yep, pork. It's pork again. Oh. Well, then we finally settled on Hawaiian food truck. Very, very nice taco truck. It was a beautiful taco truck, honestly. I have nothing else. Maybe the fixture appealed to me. But it was nice, too, because when we took they took the order, they gave us a little buzzer to carry around, so we could just wander off. We'd have to stand there in line in front of the place, and when it beeped, we come get our grub. Ellen had a poke nacho. Well, no, those of you on the mainland, I mean, I'm sure you all know what nachos are, right? Yeah. Well, then some of you these days also know that poke is raw fish prepared usually, soy sauce, onion, sesame seeds, and so on. Yeah, well, they do this thing here where they use chips. Now, it doesn't always have to be corn chips. Last night, Ellen's were not. I do believe there was some sort of a wonton almost. It was wheat flour based chip instead of a corn chip. But anyway, it's it's a big pile of chips, big pile of poke fish on top, and well, then they usually sauce it out, and so there'd be maybe sriracha over the top, maybe that's unagi sauce, I think, was on this one. There was some kind of aioli mayo. I don't know, she was eating it. I tasted it. It was good. And I had the classic plate of Hawaiian-style garlic shrimp. And boy, I'll tell you, no one cheated me on the garlic. Holy smoke. Yeah, it looked like somebody had sprinkled peanuts over the top of the plate. Wow, so much garlic. I ate it. It somewhat disturbed my problems I have in my esophagus for about an hour. Settled down, but later on in the night, I would come in the bedroom screaming, "What stinks? What stinks?" Yeah, apparently I was just fuming. and I'm not talking about farting either. It was just coming out of my pores. I had garlic gas coming off me. She had to leave the room. Yeah. Well, otherwise, it tasted pretty good. They had some salad under there, and there was the mashed Okinawan purple sweet potato, and peculiar. I guess it was supposed to be my dessert. They were little cubes of pineapple with lihimoi. Let's see now. How do I describe this? If you're not familiar, here in the island they use lihimoi a lot. It's a type of a ume, or a dried apricot plum, Asian apricot plum. And it's cured in certain ways. The Mexicans have the same one. They ever seen a Mexican dried salted plum? Yeah. If you're hooked to chewing tobacco and you want to try to get off the nicotine habit, try using those Mexican salted dry plums. They substitute for chewing tobacco pretty well. Yeah, so that was good though. The lihimoi on the pineapple. I may get myself some lihimoi powder and make some of that. Pineapples we have. Yeah. So anyway, on the birria thing, after I finally ordered my food and sat down, I found out that at the dining area, all the way over the far one corner, was some poor guy making Mexican food who I hadn't seen because we'd walked the entire place, but did not go into the dining area. I figured, well, we'll go there when we get some food. Well, I go over, I sit down, and he goes, "Buy a burrito?" I go, "Oh, no, man. What are you doing back here?" Well, he had beef for birria. Yeah, they had beef birria. I felt vindicated because I kept telling Ellen, no, birria it's goat, or you could sub, beef, but these guys are all cooking pork. And she's looking at me going, "Do you know what you're talking about, Bill?" Yeah, I do. Traveled in Mexico, plenty. Yeah. Well, there you go, folks. I highly recommend it. If you're here on the island visiting, and it's Friday night, 69 Wainuenue in Hilo, the old downtown, definitely worth a stop. Lots of nice vendors over there, and the food seemed pretty good, folks. There's lots of it to choose from. And if you're local, and like me, you hadn't made it over there, Hilo ain't got much for nightlife. This is about it, man. To tell you. Doors open up about 5 o'clock in the evening. It closes at 8 o'clock. I believe that. They call it the Hilo Night Market. Well, I guess 8 o'clock is night, right? But everything around here is real early, man. They roll up the sidewalks. I love it. I do. This appeals to me. I'm an early guy. I can't stay up late. It was heck for me working as a musician, having to stay up so late at night. It's one reason that I left that business. I don't stay up late well. All right. Y'all, hang loose there. Check out the Friday night Hilo Market. Definitely worth a walk. Oh, have fun trying to find a place to park. I was lucky. One guy pulled out. There was nothing. Aloha.